Too comfortable. Better not get too comfortable. Blessed love, family. Blessed love. Giving thanks for life. How y'all doing? Sending y'all love and balance. What's going on? Give thanks for the patience. This rising. Starting a half hour later, but we here giving thanks. Better not get too. I got my own self coming up. Let me know how it's sounding though. Let me know how the vibe is as y'all come in, share the chat, like how y'all feeling, what's going on right now. This is the High Grade Healing TV live with myself, Akeem Pierre, and Honorable Priest Kailash. He'll be coming on shortly. And we'll be doing live call-ins. This is where you get all that high-grade healing information. And today we're going to go into, in the earlier part, we're going to actually talk a little bit about high-grade healer and high-grade healing mindset. And we're going to be going into the book, the Herbal Manual, and yeah, breaking it down a little bit, building it up, giving thanks. But how y'all feeling? Blessed love, Empress Dora. Blessed love, Marie Nim. Blessed love, Kimone 99. Galactic Soul. Love Arash and the love Leighton. Love HK. Bless. Feeling great at Eden Symphonia. Rich age. Give thanks. Much love, y'all. Boom. Bless. Yeah, just come in, just vibe with us. We'll be going on for about an hour, hour and a half. If you have any questions, get your questions ready. And shortly, we'll be having an opportunity for y'all to come in and join in live with us and communicate live with us on this call. So this is it's a rare opportunity, really, to get on a call and in contact with one of the world-renowned herbal healers, herbal physicians in the world. And this opportunity is just is for the free, it's for the love. So if you do have these questions, if you do have things that you would want to ask, then really take advantage of this opportunity. It's not every day it happens. It may not happen soon, and it's usually charged for. So don't be shy. Don't be afraid to come on and chat. This is a place where we're building up the community, and it's a space for us to come together and build together and grow together. So yes, y'all, sending y'all love. We're gonna have Honorable Priest Kailash coming in soon time. But what I wanted to do, as I was saying, we're gonna be going into the herbal manual today. Blessed love, Nati Roots, Nikilam, blessed love, Desiree Trotman. She's waiting on a package. Make sure you send us an email. Make sure we get you that package. It was wild this week. A lot of shipping. Grateful for all of the support. We had a lot of busy week of shipping. So we actually still have some packages that we got to ship out, and we do our best to ship. Like, we're trying to be like Amazon right now, shipping same day. But for now, some days when we get these huge spikes, we get a little bit of a delay. So, if you're waiting, looks like it's already on the way. Fonio is shipping now. Can't wait to get my own. Giving thanks. Bless y'all. So yeah, I just wanted to go in. This is the herbal manual. This is Honorable Priest Kailash's book. And this is a book that is very important for me on my journey. When I first went up to St. Lucia and I met Honorable Priest Kailash, I bought this book, and I was just sitting there up in the mountain reading, and just sitting up in the mountain and just tuning in to what was in this book. And it was epic. It was like a mind changing, a mindset shifting, and how I approach myself and how I love myself and how I approach food and eating and living, and just notice how they're all coming together. So this is one of those books. It's on the herbs. Like, if you open it up, you'll see like a lot of the pages are just beautiful photos of the actual herbs, right? There's, who knows what that is? You know what? It's not there. I don't think it's there. Who knows what this herb is? Let's see if we can get someone here. Who knows what this is? With the yellow flowers and the green leaves. Who knows what that is? We'll have a giveaway. Someone who knows what that is. But you can see there's a lot of beautiful photos in here. But then also in the intro, this intro got me. Like the intro is so powerful, it got me. But the one section I wanted to go into today, which is a bit about the high grade healing lifestyle and the mindset, and how it's not about, it's not David John. David John got it. King of the Forest. Yep. Give thanks. Give thanks. So we're gonna make sure we get you. David, I'm actually have you email me at support@akeempierre.com. 1 second. I'm gonna just put into the chat. Boom. So David, just send me an email to that email and we'll make sure we get you a package of that King of the Forest. But I don't know where I was, but is this potent information and just the mindset that we are the healers. Like this book isn't going to heal us. Like speaking to a healer isn't going to heal us. Ultimately, that's where it starts, but it ultimately comes to us and we're the ones with that knowledge and with that wisdom. So what I wanted to read from you here is, through careful study of this book, one is brought into remembrance of that perfect state of well-being and how it may be attained once again. One is made to realize that whatever ailment he or she may be suffering from, regardless of its propensity, the cure is foremost in one's eyesight. The herbal manual is designed for those who realize that everything in nature is in harmony and that the Most High has placed every necessity of mankind. So that's kind of the mindset. That's the mindset of, we know that the healing is there for us. Mother Earth has provided everything that we need. So with that mindset, whenever we have an illness, whenever we have a dis-ease, we know that the answer is somewhere in our eyesight and we just have to look. So that's the high grade healing mindset, knowing that it's there for us. We just have to look, right? So that's the mindset, a little bit of an intro of the mindset. And then after careful study, one is inculcated with the power of being able to cure diseases or even attain what may seem to others as the unattainable. So once you study this, once you realize this information, not only will you be able to cure diseases, right, for yourself, but you'll also be able to attain what seems to others unattainable, meaning you're going to be able to manifest. You're going to be able to create greatness in your life. And that's it. So we know this. Okay. So with this, I'm going to be able to help heal and I'm going to also help create. Beautiful. And then it goes on to say, through that process, one discovers the meaning of alchemy, the restoration of life, and genuinely begin to do greater works in these times. The eradication of disease begins with the herbal manual and continues with you, the reader, grabbing the reins of your destiny. Take control of your life and make it worth living. The conclusion of the matter is, God is love. Let us all love. I'm going to just bring that back real quick. The eradication of disease begins with the herbal manual and continues with you, the reader, grabbing the reins of your destiny. You, the reader, grabbing the reins of your destiny. You taking control. And take control of your life and make it worth living. The conclusion of the matter is, God is love. Taking control of your life and make it worth living. So that's a little bit of the high grade healing mindset. And that's coming straight from the herbal manual. And that's what we're really doing here. We want to let y'all know that the healing is there for you. It's there for us. And we just got to open our eyes and we got to be able to see. And even with our third eye, where we can't actually physically see it, but we can sense it. We can feel it. So giving thanks, let's welcome Honorable Priest Kailash into the stream. Love, love, love. Leonard. Yes, we're going to do consultations for certain things. We're going to do the consultations, but blessed love, welcome. Honorable Priest Kailash, blessed love.
Yeah, yes, my Lord, give thanks.
Blessed
Rastafari.
love. How's it going?
Oh, everything is blessed. Give thanks. And I,
Everything is blessed. Yes, it's definitely blessed. Giving thanks. You're just muted.
Yes, I know. Bless. Just me a second.
Okay. Okay. On the road.
Yeah, my Lord. Yeah, man. Blessed. Give thanks, man. Rastafari.
Bless.
15,
Give
1900,
thanks.
1919. Yeah, man. Bless, man. So
Give
how's
thanks.
everything,
So
man,
just
going in Vancouver, man?
everything is super blessed. Just full joying out here. Had a couple sunny days, so got outside and just been enjoying. How about out there in St. Lucia?
Well, I mean, I give thanks for life for the mighty life giver. It's a bright and sunny day today. I'm just in the city. I had this meeting there. So let me just see if I can show you this. How do they spin that mic there, boy? Anyway, that's the sun. That's the sky there, bright and beautiful.
Give
Yeah.
thanks.
So, mm, so we're just heading up forward to the mountain.
Yeah.
We'll definitely give thanks. And what are we talking about today?
Well, today I wanted to start off. I was just reading a part of the introduction of the herbal manual, and just a section
Hmm.
on how the. Let me just read it real quick. Is the eradication of disease begins with the herbal manual and continues with you, the reader, grabbing the reins of your destiny. So, and before that, it was just talking about how the Most High put the cure to all of our illnesses in front of us, in our eyesight. So just like kind of touch on that, and that's what is like the high grade healing mindset. So
Well, I
even if
mean,
you wanted,
definitely. I mean, even where you are in Vancouver, I mean, if you go outside of your house, there will be certain trees and certain herbs and certain things that's in that vicinity,
Mhm,
right? And one of the things that people have to learn is that whatever region that they are in, there are what you call indigenous herbs and indigenous plants. So
mhm,
most times in life, what you will see happen is that someone might come to me for consultation, and while I'm speaking, they might tell them, "Well, use Cassiolata," and they say, "Well, I don't know Cassiolata." Then I'll show them a picture of it in the book. Then they'll say, "Oh, that's growing right. That thing is growing right by my home, you know." So
mhm,
most times, the herbs that people actually need for their healing is right, literally, right in the backyard of their front yard, right, or growing on the walls of the house somewhere. So it is very important that very, very, very important that we get that grounding in the herbal man. That's why I say it begins with the herbal manual and then it continues with you. So when you get that what is called conocimiento, that knowledge,
mhm.
right, and then you get the sabiduria, the wisdom, right?
Sabiduria. Okay.
Then you, yeah, man. So then you now um you get that level of understanding that you could actually apply these things there. And probably you might the herb in the herbal manual might not be the exact same herb that you have going around you, but they look alike. You
Mhm.
understand? So the dandelion that grows in Vancouver is different than what that grows in St. Lucia.
Yeah.
But they are still there.
Mhm.
Right? So the elderberry that grows in London is different than what that grows in St. Lucia, but there's still elderberry.
Mhm.
So when you go through the herbal manual, it gives an opportunity to be in tune connection with your surroundings. Then you could utilize that connection to actually help to improve and empower yourself. Right? So it begins with knowledge. That is why our healing process begins with knowledge. We always speak of knowledge, empowering people with enough knowledge that they can utilize that knowledge to uplift themselves and better themselves. You
Mhm.
understand? So
Mhm.
knowledge is the key. Knowledge is the foundation.
Yeah, truly. And I feel that piece on it. It goes to you taking the reins and taking control of your destiny. Because what I feel a lot of what's going on right now is we're looking for everyone to do all the work for us, and
Mm.
we're looking to not do any thinking for ourselves. And I feel that's a problem right now. And there's that need to understand that it we have to take the reins and we have to do something with it.
Well, my problem is like the other way around. My problem is that I always doing everything, and then
Hmm.
people just refuse to see the God in themselves. You know, I was just in a little reasoning there, and then Priest Richie is right there. He didn't know I was on. He didn't know I was on live, man, Priest.
Lesson love. Lesson love,
Yeah,
honorable
you know.
love.
So most people just believe like as if it's Priest Kailash, Priest Kailash, Priest Kailash. When at the end of the day, it's I and I.
Hmm.
You know, so even most times when I reason with the I, I'll tell you what is the I. You know. So then it is for all of I and I to realize that God potential in I and I to
Hmm.
realize that truth. You know, so as I want to reiterate, it's knowledge. Get that knowledge. So when you grounded in that knowledge, then your truth is intelligent because knowledge is intelligence. It's a knowing. So when you know stuff, you have intelligence. What they call CIA is Central Intelligence Agency, right? So
Hmm.
that means that they want to know stuff. So they want to know what color underwear that person wearing. So they might put a spy camera. They want to know who you're speaking to, right? So they'll be tapping into your phone calls or they want to know whatever. So they have intelligence or they might send a spy someplace to go and spy. Intelligence is knowing. So when you utilize the book and you have gathered that intelligence, that intel, then you could utilize that to uplift yourself and then by the light that you emit through your own self, you could help to inspire others. So it does begin with the herbal manual, that
Hmm.
knowledge, even before you get a physical medicine. As I've told you before, there are times I am in country and I do TV and radio interviews, and but I only speak and people listen and they get healed. They call and they say, "Well, priest, I have not been seeing my period for the past 7 years," and I listened to the interview and I saw it immediately. Why? Because of that knowledge, they begin to understand themselves. So they open themselves, and through opening themselves, definitely the healing actually comes. Give thanks.
Mm. Yeah, give thanks. I just wanted to, there was a Anne Marie. Send me an email, Anne Marie. We actually just got some capsules. What's it called? The urinary blend capsules that we'll be able to
Yeah,
get. So that's
pull
a
up the
new
face.
product that we're
Yeah,
gonna be
urinary
having.
cleanse.
Yeah, we don't have that yet, but we'll be
You,
able, and we could get you to
you
use
have
that.
you have it already. You're not going to give it to them yet, but don't say
Not
that you don't
them.
have it. You
No, I have it, but it's not online. Got the capsule.
you have it. Yeah, that's
But
awesome. Well,
yes,
the urinary cleanse is revolutionary. I would recommend that, man. Whenever you're ready, please. Huh? No, I don't have a checkbook. I have one, but tomorrow. Yes, pardon me there.
Les.
Yes, I was saying that the urinary cleanse is like the power pack.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the real stuff that everyone needs to actually get themselves clean when it comes to the urinary system. And what I like about it is that how quickly you actually see the difference in your urine, man.
Mm-hmm.
Fast,
Yeah.
you know, fast, fast, fast. So as you begin to use it, definitely you begin to see your urine gets clear, the frequency of your urination. You understand? So it's just that I always say that people just often say, well, herbs take long to work, but I don't believe that herbs work immediately, man.
Mm-hmm. So
Immediately.
what are some reasons why people would want to do a urinary cleanse? Like what's that system and what would they experience?
Well, I mean, most times people especially on high protein diets,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because what happens is that your physical structure don't really store proteins. You know, it just extracts what it needs from the food, and then it just sends it out as urea. That's why you call urinate.
Mm-hmm.
So when you urinate, what you really send out is urea, which is broken, which the original product it's coming from is ammonia, which is a byproduct of protein synthesis metabolism. When you break down your protein, one of the byproducts is ammonia that your body, which
Mm-hmm.
is very toxic, that your physical structure actually converts into urea. and then you actually urinate. So when it is that you have excessive amounts of proteins, then what happens is that it can what you call calcify and form what you call um, pigmented stones, which is basically
Mhm.
stones that actually comes from excessive of the uric acid crystallization. Or then you could have um, cholesterol stones, which is excessive stone. So a urinary cleanse then cleanses your urinary system, your bladder,
Mhm.
your urethra, right? And then your kidneys, from the glomerulus of your kidneys to the whole cellular network within your kidneys to cleanse it of all these basically congestion and calcification,
Mhm.
right? So a urinary cleanse also good for what you call bacterial infections. When it is
Mhm.
that you have a bacterial infection, right, that means that when you got a UTI, you know, and you have burning or you have bleeding or you have any of these things there specifically, this actually is one of the things the urinary cleanse deals with. And also viral infections, especially
Mm.
the, the Spanish needle, right?
Mhm.
The Spanish needle specifically is what they call the antiviral component of that. So people with, let's say, syphilis and gonorrhea and all them different types of conditions, right? They could use the urinary cleanse to actually help them with the symptoms of that herpes or the gonorrhea or the syphilis. I don't know who Phyllis is, but somebody seen Phyllis, and
HPV.
so it's important that HPV, human papillomavirus, which is basically
Mhm.
something different. That the human papillomavirus really deals with what they call in situ infections. That is basically it only affects you the area where you get exposed to it. That is why
Mhm.
most times people get what they call papilloma in the throat, so they get the cancer of the throat, through oral sex, because the HPV infection, occurs right in that area there, so the cancer develops there, or the cervix, or the glands of the penis when it comes to the man. So that one is a bit different. But any type of infection, and just
Okay.
cleansing your urinary system. If you have what you call edema, where you have water retention, you have a swollen prostate, and then it's difficult for you to pee, or urinate, the urinary cleanse. That's what it is for. Right? From high
Mhm.
blood hypertensives, it helps to bring down the blood pressure because it's a natural diuretic. So these things there are things that you could actually utilize it for.
Less. And even what about for like heavy metals or other forms of like household toxins and those kind of chemicals that we ingest?
I'm drinking some coconut water, right? Of
I
course,
know
I mean,
I'm
I know you don't want to know, but I mean,
I don't.
you don't want to know. Coconut, look, cocoa. Yeah, so definitely heavy metals key. And anytime you have like a washing out of your physical structure,
Mhm.
you would have heavy metals actually being eradicated from your physical structure. So mercury, lead, all them different heavy metals and things, aluminum,
Mhm.
all these things there, because the kidney is a very intricate organ.
Mhm.
It regulates even your the adrenal gland lies right on top of your kidneys, and then the kidney regulates high blood pressure, your blood pressure levels, and also it helps in the regulation of your red blood cell synthesis, hematopoiesis. So all them things they are important aspects that So when you cleanse your urinary system, you actually enhance all these different systems of your physical structure.
Less. Give thanks. So that stuff is like we're getting exposed to that on the daily. So, that's why it's important that we have like we do this consistently, and it's something that we don't just like wait until we've been exposed to heavy metals, because we're really exposed to heavy metals a little bit every day. True.
Every day, every day, every day, every day,
Hmm.
every day, every day. That's
Hmm.
why even the gasoline. Okay, most people. I remember when you just came, and I was telling you about aluminum pots.
Hmm.
So a lot of people still don't understand about the dangers of aluminum pots.
Yep.
And just cooking in an aluminum pot. Most people pot still are aluminum. People still use what you call non-stick frying pans and all these different type of things. So people really don't understand how they actually get heavy metals in their day-to-day living.
Hmm.
Even in the water supply, even in the gasoline. That's why most of the developed countries now they have what you call unleaded fuel because of the lead that is in the even in the fuel that you are using. So it
Hmm.
is important that we actually understand these things because environmental intoxicants actually play a major part in sickness and disease. You understand? So it's not like you have to wait until you get sick to do something about it. You need to have what you call continuity. Make sure that you are consistent. So with herbal medicine, is that lifestyle, what you call a levity of drinking teas every time, using your herbs every time, so you just don't get sick. And if you are exposed to something, then you will recover from it very quickly.
Bless. Yes, it's important. Let's not wait until something comes up to have to do something about it. So give thanks, give thanks. So the next phase of what I wanted to speak about is we launched some bundles on our website, www.akeempierre.com. We launched some bundles, and one of the bundles is the fruitful bundle, and that contains a lot of potent herbs for women's health. It has the cerasee, it has the St. John's bush, it has the red raspberry, it has the blue vervain, it has the cocoa sticks, it has cocoa sticks, and what else do we got in there?
Free up laxative, free up laxative, man.
Is that
I mean, you need to have the free up laxative
the free up?
in the bundle. Yeah, it's not in the bundle.
No, it's not.
Man, the free up is the beginning to good to wellness. And so about the herbal manual, it's not in the bundle. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So I mean, definitely the cerasee bush is like one of the key herbs for feminine health when it comes to the whole aspect of uterine health.
Hmm.
So that's something that a woman's supposed to drink. Every time after the menstrual cycle, cerasee. Which
After?
is basically a home cleanser and what's that?
That's the cerasee is after her
After
cycle?
after the after the menstrual,
Yeah. Okay. Bless.
yeah, after the cycle,
Hmm.
right? Um, and then it is something that just removes toxins, parasites. So it is part of one of our products called the dewormer because of its properties in elimination of worms. So when it is that you are dealing with any, especially like sexually transmitted infections, cerasee has to be there. Even if someone has what you call eczema, I mean, you can just bathe with cerasee and that's gonna get better. We make creams from cerasee. That basically, just clears up the skin of people who actually has eczema.
Hmm.
So cerasee for the woman is like a must. The St. John's bush is the herb that the woman who take before the cycle because it actually helps to balance that hormone. It stimulates uterine contraction. So it helps to clean out all the clots and everything that is within the physical structure. At the same time,
Hmm.
because of the high levels of iron, right? It helps to keep you, iron dense or iron rich, even if you are utilizing, even if you are going through that process whereby you are losing blood, you are hemorrhaging, you are on your cycle, you are on your journey, right? So the St. John's bush helps to bring that balance. And then the red raspberry is like an infusion of iron. Okay, so when you use the red raspberry, it's like literally you are infusing your bloodstream with iron. So especially for after a woman has given birth, 7 days before a cycle. Normally, if you get like sick during your cycle, you don't wait until your cycle starts, right? For you to basically begin to worry about the pains of your cycle. What you have to do basically, you have to prepare, you have to infuse, right? You have to infuse your blood with iron even before the cycle starts. So the red raspberry is that really infusion. It's like a blood transplant, So that's key. That's important. That also helps in the rigidity of the womb and also of the vaginal walls, and I mean obviously with the vulva. So I mean definitely the red raspberry. That's why even in the later stages of pregnancy, you have to cut down on the red raspberry because it gets the womb area too tight and you want it to actually begin to flex up. So you begin to take it again after you have actually given birth. You have to boost up that iron and have to actually tighten up and strengthen up the womb muscle again. You know, I think that was already I said about the
About those.
fruitful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so those are some of them. And then let's focus on those teas. There was also blue vervain
Oh,
was
but
in there as well.
blue vervain is what the elders refer to as a cure for all.
Mm-hmm.
And then potent in zinc, selenium, magnesium, manganese, iron, you understand, sulfur. So like blue vervine is the go-to herb. If you have no herb at all, go to blue vervine. Blue vervine can help to cover a wide spectrum, of the healing modalities. So it's one of the most iron dense herbs that you could find. Any herb that when they dry they turn black, just know that they are very rich in iron,
Mm-hmm.
extremely rich in iron. Right? So blue vervine, I mean, for uterine health, for breast health, for breast milk production, you understand, for your nerves. Sometimes when a woman gives birth, they go through that nervous problem during that time there. The blue vervine definitely is a go-to that people could utilize.
Mm-hmm. And this comment by Empress Dora is an angry womb is an angry woman. And
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a
I
powerful
kind of
one.
yeah, and I kind of when I read it, I actually read something else. I actually read like an angry woman is an angry womb.
Yeah. That's
And
what they call polarity both ways.
mhm. And I was just thinking how the blue vervain can help with the calming of the nervous system and the stress and helping the rest and the relaxation side of things as we were talking about in the previous lives about how a lot of these illnesses with all of us is stress related.
Yeah, man, the vervine is a master herb, man. Even when it comes
Mhm,
to libido in the woman and the man, So
mhm,
the vervine does give you a lot of potency when it comes to what you call sexual prowls, right?
mhm,
So it does help to boost up your stamina and help to maintain a longer erection for the man and for the
mhm,
woman, because the woman also has erectile tissue. The clitoris is erectile tissue, and also the nipple of the woman is also erectile tissue. You understand? So all these things they are tactile, are part of your tactile sensations, whereby through touch they get stimulated, and when you touch them, they get stimulated. Then it changes the hormonal consistency. So the vervine, right, it actually boosts up that level of your function as a man or as a woman when it comes to whole your aspect of your libido through the whole hormonal balancing potency that it actually has.
mhm. Give thanks. And when it comes to these teas, there's a couple of the most of those teas are actually iron rich, and like have the womb cleansing properties. Would you mix those herbs or would you sip them separately? How would you go about having this in your pharmacy? When you have your pharmacy, how are you going to go about utilizing them? Like, what's some insights?
Well, I always rather like for people, it's always important that you first and foremost develop a personal relationship with the individual herbs. You know,
Hmm.
learn about the herbs. So don't go and just mix up whole heap of things together, right?
Yeah.
Even if like during the day, right, you spread it out like morning, afternoon, and evening time.
Hmm.
You can do that. But to say, well, like you're just going to be mixing up the herbs and you watch YouTube and you see people putting 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different herbs together, and that's what you want to do. No, right? It's very important that what you do is that I'm in the mountain now. What you do is that you see, I'm always at work. I just came from a work there, and I'm not just going to another work. So as I reach, I have to make sure that things are going the right way. So um, I'm just coming. I mean, okay. Just building a drain there at the bottom as well. Just making sure that
Bless.
everything is going good there. Yeah, but we have some of the 6-inch pipes at the back, eh? Yeah, and the couplings to fit them. So you're gonna run it across there. Give it a gradient so the water can flow. And we'll just cast it in the drain one time. Yeah, so basically, I'm a builder and I'm everything. Builder, herbal man,
Imhotep.
all that. But yeah, man. It's about completeness, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's about being a
Truly.
complete being, man. It's not about being satisfied. You are, oh boy, I'm there already. I'm perfect now. Even when you're
Mm-hmm.
perfect, then you have to become more perfect. You have to, I mean, when you get to perfection, then you have to get like just remaining perfect. So if you have a perfect shot, at a basketball and you always hit that free, you have to practice to remain perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? The minute that you stop practicing, that means you're not perfect again, man. You start missing that. So there's nothing like perfection or you know it all. It's always an evolution, it's always a growth, it's always, so in every aspect of your life, and it is always important to take that level of responsibility as an individual to know, well, look, that you are continually growing. It's a growth, 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 it's a growth. So, and leadership is held by example, you know,
Mm-hmm.
um, example. So that's why I personally just get involved in everything, learn it myself, know what it entails. So then I myself develop a greater appreciation of what people themselves have to do.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because I mean, you have the vision, and the vision specifically, it comes from you. So you have to help in that physical manifestation of that vision. So that physical work is a very important work, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to that whole realms of your balancing of these herbs that you're using, it is important that you develop that relationship, not just jump. So taste the vervine, smell the vervine, know when you are drinking vervine, know when you are drinking red raspberry, know when you are drinking St. John's bush, know when you are drinking Cerosi. So now when you blend these herbs, you could identify the flavor of each of these herbs in your blend.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because remember, the flavor and the smell of the herbs is the essence of the herb,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the essence of the herb is the spirit of the herb. So get that relationship with the spirit of the herb. So
Mm-hmm.
I tell everyone, just get the spirit of the herb, and when you've done that, the herb will tell you which herbs you can mix them with.
Yeah. Okay. Bless. Give thanks. And then there's the fruitful yoni steam in there as well. And then the cocoa sticks.
Well, a unit steam is very important, and it's not something that a woman have to do like once every 28-day cycle, every moon cycle, a woman supposed to use a unit steam. My empress has to do that every time after her first 7 days of
Mm-hmm.
her hemorrhaging. She has to do a unit steam. It's
Mm-hmm.
like a ritual for all the time that we've known ourselves from that time until this time. It's not like as if something that you start. Oh boy, you had people talk about unit steam, so you just do it once and then as if you become the master of it and that's it and it's done. No,
Mm-hmm.
right? The unit steam is something that has to be done consistently,
Mm-hmm.
right? 3 nights, you know, consecutively after your menstrual cycle, you have to clean up that space. Important.
Mm-hmm.
Important. So you just boil for the yoni steam. You don't draw the herbs. You boil the herbs. You
Mm-hmm.
boil the herbs, and then you, as hot as you could handle, you sit over the steam. You don't put the vaginal area in the water. You just
Mm-hmm.
allow the steam to actually nourish the vaginal area, so it cleanses off the space there, both spiritually, ethically, emotionally. It just helps to set you up as a woman in that positive space. And if you have like a yeast infection, right? After the water has cooled, you could even utilize that water to actually wash the vaginal area when it's cool enough, and then you could apply 100% virgin coconut oil. So that's some of the things that you could actually do.
Bless. And then
And the cocoa stick, the cocoa
yeah,
stick.
cocoa stick.
I mean the cocoa sticks looks like a penis. So they say, well, the cocoa sticks does make people hot.
Mm-hmm.
So it helps to build up the heat because of the amount of iron that it has. It
Mm-hmm.
helps in the erectile function because it's rich in iron. And
Mm-hmm.
as you know as you know on your whole thing, you think I know that you'll have your own little talk on cocoa. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I can smell that one there, man.
So good.
Yeah, man. That's the other thing about it. When you smell it, and that is
Yes.
that's 100% cocoa, nothing else, just cocoa. Just
This
the
is the
seeds.
kind of thing like I want to just bring around. And if anyone has like a sad face, just let them smell it. Here, smell this. And it'll just
Yeah, man.
bring joy and smiles to everybody.
Yeah, man. I remember growing up. I'm waking up to the smell of cocoa tea
Mhm.
when they're boiling that cocoa tea in the kitchen, and you waking up, man, and you smell cocoa tea. Oh my goodness. So my children have grown to be great fans of it. Like it's like probably an every other morning ritual.
Mhm.
Even when you come on the retreat, like every other morning is cocoa tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's something that is very important for iron building. Iron building, high in serotonin, tryptophan, precursor, right? And also it actually stimulates the feel good centers of the mind. Some people say it has THC, but because it stimulates the feel good centers of the mind. Makes you feel good.
Yeah.
They associate chocolate with love and Valentine's, but I mean Valentine's have nothing to do with chocolate, one. Chocolate have to do with nature and creation.
Yeah.
Real cocoa pods. Valentine was a different kind of man. Yeah.
Mhm. And
Mm.
it's interesting because our physical, we like you a lot of the times it's like when you're sad, when you just had a breakup, they have that kind of like meme where you go eat chocolate, eat a lot of chocolate to make yourself feel better. Because
Yeah, but what they're eating is not chocolate.
yeah, and that's the thing. It's interesting
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
because
yeah.
in the
Yeah,
supermarket shelves, the good feeling you get is from sugar.
sugar, man. That's not
Yeah,
chocolate, man.
so like the good feelings you get from chocolate in the supermarket is sugar, but the 100% pure cocoa, you actually get the good feelings from the compounds that's in the cocoa, in the cacao. So it's just it's funny because when you look at how they market and how they promote it, they have a deeper knowledge of the things, but they flip it and twist it into a way that it can benefit them. But they have the knowledge of the benefits of the cocoa, and it's interesting how our body has that, and just knowing that there's that greater thing that is like we just got to be mindful of.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, people, you have to love yourself, and you have to
Mhm.
get that knowledge for yourself, because most of the chocolates is like 5% cocoa.
Mhm.
So they just call it chocolate. You know, but it's
Yeah.
just dairy products and plenty of these things. You
Mhm.
understand? So it is very important that you get that knowledge for yourself. And not about blaming people. It's about you getting that knowledge for yourself and knowing that yes, cocoa is excellent. Chocolate is wonderful, but the real chocolate, that chocolate that when you consume it, right, it stimulates your brain. It
Mhm.
stimulates you. It builds up your intelligence as a human being. You
Mhm.
understand? So when it is that we have that understanding as a people, then it actually makes more sense when we utilize the products. It allows us to use the products with a high level of understanding, to the extent that we gain. We don't lose. We gain. We always gain from using these products. So it's very important.
Mhm. And Letitia White. So the cocoa won't make me break out. Nope. It's
Well, I mean, you will make the cocoa break out. It's not
you
like,
will.
yeah, you making the cocoa break out. You have your own issues within your physical structure, and
Mhm.
then because of your issues that you have, the cocoa is going to be interacting with you, and while the cocoa interacting with you, better than ever, right? Yes. While the cocoa interacting with you, what happens is that it will be plastering today. I'm just giving you a stick, just finishing up a thing there. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so the cocoa would not make you now break out. Is you because okay, if I drink cocoa, I don't break out. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Jack, they have couplings there. They have couplings underneath there, right? If it is that you drinking the cocoa and you have a problem, then definitely what's gonna happen? The cocoa, yeah, the cocoa is going to manifest certain things inside of you. But it's not like the cocoa is making you break out. You have a
You know what it
problem.
is though? Is because most of the time it's the sugar in the chocolate, that hot chocolate that most of us are eating. It's that sugar
Yeah, but
in it.
even the cocoa itself, even the cocoa has a lot of medium chain fatty acids,
Yeah.
right? Good fats, right? And sometimes I'm talking about the 100% chocolate, right? Because when you're
Hmm.
making that, you see the oils come at the top.
Yeah.
Sometimes because you don't metabolize the take out that thing from that water from my neck. Because you don't metabolize the cocoa good enough. What happens with that is that you develop problems when it comes to fat metabolization. So you have these pathways and then busted on your thing. So when that happens, I'm just saying that sometimes, even if you consume 100% cocoa, you can't
Hmm.
get a breakout,
Hmm.
right? Because it will manifest certain things inside of you. Because some people eat cocoa and then they get what you call a migraine headache,
Mm.
right? So, and because the migraine is basically a circulatory or what you call your arterial system, contraction of the arteries, problem, circulatory system, that all has to do with your iron levels and all these different things. So it then points you out to the real problems, whereby as a person you could work towards uplifting yourself and correcting the problem. So when you have a breakout because you eat a piece of cocoa, you don't just say cocoa is bad for you. The cocoa have highlighted the problem, and then you now must take a responsibility to see how it is that you could fix up that problem. Right? So give thanks for the breakout. That's all I'm saying. Give thanks for the breakout.
Hmm.
Right? And take it as a sign that your physical structure cannot interact properly with some natural things. So you need to fix up your physical structure.
Bless. Give thanks.
Rastafari.
Give thanks. Give thanks. A lot of beautiful comments. A lot of questions. Just going through it right now. Yeah. Give thanks, y'all. So I'm gonna put into the chat right now. I'm gonna put the link to call. We'll probably take one or two calls today. Won't be doing too many calls.
Tony.
We'll be doing one or two calls today. Won't be doing too many calls today, but the link is in the chat. I'm going to let me see. I'm gonna pin this one so y'all will be able to join us. But yeah, it's there so we could join. You could vibe with us and get it going. And thank you for that, Linda, about adding the information to the website. We're gonna make sure that we add that. Thank you. I think it's important that y'all help us with these things and we improve. So give thanks for the constant improvement. Give thanks. What do you think about Karab? I personally don't like it. Bless can't unmute. Okay, so he chose to mute. Bless. Even when I smell dairy, I get sick. What do you think I have liked? Can we get hello, brothers? Blessed love. Blessed love. What is the cocoa to liquid ratio when preparing the tea?
Yeah,
Priest.
it's like you use about an inch of the cocoa, right, to
Mm-hmm.
about a cup of water. An
Mm-hmm.
inch of cocoa, like grated cocoa, to about a cup of water, boiling
Yeah.
water. Bless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and then even if you grate it, it ends up being like a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons.
Yeah, about that. But
Mm-hmm.
bitter cocoa sometimes it doesn't not even good for you utilize to utilize like sweeteners. It's better to have your thing bitter. So like when you do now
Okay.
cocoa, what you do you basically have to like blend your dates. So what we do, we
Mm-hmm.
blend dates and we'll add a little bit of sea moss powder in it. So let's say we'd put like a teaspoon of sea moss powder, right? Um, like about an inch of grated cocoa. Or you don't have to grate the cocoa. So you could put like Let's say you have a cup of coconut milk, right? You put your a handful of dates, a teaspoon of sea moss, about 2 to 3 cups of water, and your inch of coconut. You blend that, right, and
Mm-hmm.
then you put it to boil with your bay leaf and your spices, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So it is not just a cocoa tea; it's like food.
Mm-hmm.
It's like food. It's like food.
Bless. Give thanks. So, Nikilim, we were speaking about this earlier on in the live. You could send me an email for this. We have a product that we could send to you even before we really launch it. We could give you a initial quicker launch. So we have that for you. So you could send it. But it's the herbs, seed under leaf, stinging nettle, and Spanish needle, or three of those specifically for that. So yeah, that'll be blessed. Yes, we are, Chris. Just send an email to wholesale@akeenpierre.com and we'll be able to deal with that. Les, I really like making a cocoa drink, even have a touch of cayenne pepper and cinnamon.
Yeah, and the cocoa makes a great smoothie. It's even like we make our smoothie, like we make a chocolate smoothie, right? We
Yeah.
just blend in the cocoa. So like if I'm doing like CMOS, right? I'll
Mhm,
put like a teaspoon of the CMOS powder, right? Probably about 5 or 7 dates, one banana, you know, um, water, probably some walnuts. You understand? And then what I'm going to
mhm.
do, I'm just going to blend that and add my piece of cocoa to give that chocolate flavor. Or even if you're
Yeah.
making a cake, a chocolate
Mhm,
cake, you could
mhm,
you could grate the cocoa and put it in the mix. It gives that chocolate that real cocoa flavor, that chocolate flavor and dark, rich flavor. So
mhm.
all this is there are plenty things you could depending ways you could use your cocoa. It's not
And
just um
say for the
just a
cocoa
cocoa
sticks.
tea.
Say for the cocoa sticks. How
Mhm.
is it processed? Like, is it roasted at all? Are they heated up at all? Or what's kind of that process?
In hot, it's dried, sun dried first, and then what
Mm-hmm.
they do is that they pass it through hot sand, hot sand,
Mm-hmm.
hot sand, just to take off the shell, right? And after
Mm-hmm.
the shell has come off it, then they just peel it off and they pound it in a mortar and pestle.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Give thanks. I really also love the cocoa. Say on top of a CMOS rich age. I just like to grate some cocoa on top of it, and it's such a delicious topping. Like on different desserts, on your oatmeals or whatever you're having in the rising, you could just sprinkle some on, put some of that on. So good, y'all. It's so good. But if y'all can see, this is our cocoa sticks, and inside the bag, there's a little gift in there, which is some of the spices and the seasonings that are used to prepare the cocoa tea. So that's the definite truth. We got in the bag, we have the bay leaf, we have the cloves, and we have the star anise.
See, I just got my CMOS,
Yeah,
and you see, that is the natural cocoa. You
it
see
has
the
it in
color,
it.
how it looks brown. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. We don't. I'm not a talker, I'm a doer. So whatever we
Hmm.
tell you is whatever we do ourselves. So
Hmm.
I'm not just there talking anything and I'm gonna drink my cocoa as we're speaking. I'm drinking my cocoa thing. So we
Yeah.
there wasting time and procrastinating and believe like it's a fashion, a fashion. It's like a everyday, it's a way of life. So it
Hmm.
has to become your way of life. You have to make it a way of life. It is something that you have to make as a way of life. You have to be
Hmm.
doing this, man, like day in, day out, man. Just doing it, man. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. As a way of life. That's the only way that it works out. It doesn't work out like as if it's a one night stand. It's very
Hmm.
important that you understand that it's a way of life.
Yeah, I love that quote. Wellness is a culture, not an event.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's a culture, man.
I
A
think that's
culture is what is passed on from generation to generation.
Mm-hmm.
So you literally have to pass that your cultural habits to your children.
Mm-hmm.
Even like the colon cleansing. Like every 3 months, you're supposed to give your child a colon cleanse. I go through these things there as a culture growing up. That's our culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Drinking sour leaf tea in the night was a cultural thing. You understand? Drinking cocoa tea in the morning was a cultural thing. You
Yeah.
understand? So these things that you grow up doing on a day-to-day basis. So when we share that, we're not just sharing just like a product. We're sharing a culture, something that you have to actually get into your system, something that you have to get accustomed to, something that you have to do on a day-to-day basis.
Mm-hmm. Bless. Give thanks. And for toddlers and CMOS gel, 1 teaspoon.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's what you could afford, man, because it's not like
Mm-hmm.
you're going to overdose.
Yeah.
It's what you could afford. I mean, if you can afford to give your toddler like a cup of CMOS gel, it's not gonna kill them, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because you could afford it. You understand? So,
Yeah.
one of my children, Prince L.A., I mean, he is what we call a CMOS baby. He used to love, yeah, he used to love CMOS. If his head knock my head, I am the one that cries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if Prince L.A.'s head knock your head, you're gonna cry. You know? Yeah, man. His
Yeah.
bones are super strong.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like as if there is that X, that too much. It's a discretion, and what you could afford.
Mm-hmm. Okay, bless. And continuing with the children is what do you recommend for children headaches?
Rosemary tea, vervine, the gully root. You could just take the gully root. You could just pound the gully root and put it over a cloth and put it over, or put it in some alcohol and put it right over the forehead. The anamu
Mm-hmm.
is very good in resolving headaches. So you just pound it and put it over the forehead.
Mm-hmm. Okay, bless. And so this question from Gregory Mincy. My little infant baby has a black ring under his eye. What can I do to help him? Not sure if
We
you
don't this question.
would be
That
able
could
to,
be, yeah,
right?
that could be
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah, that
saying.
could be
Like,
anything, and I don't want to
yeah,
give out false information.
hmm
No.
yeah, bless. I wasn't sure if there was an actual thing that was like, oh, that black ring was something, but give thanks, give thanks.
Yeah,
So,
we'll have to see that. We have to see it.
mhm, and let's launch the consultations this week, priest. You good with that?
Yeah, but I sent you a WhatsApp of some people who wanted I gave you the number so you could actually deal with it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta
So
check that out.
yeah, I'm ready.
Hmm. Bless. So we're gonna
Check it
start
out.
those consultations online. So then y'all will be able to get that direct one-on-one connection and ask those questions and show what you got to show. So that's important. But bless, priest, give thanks, give
And
thanks.
and and this was like this is like my first. That's like my first nutrition for the day, right?
Hmm.
So the first thing I had now was my coconut water.
Hmm.
Now I'm having some liquids, some sea
Bless.
moss, some walnuts, some cocoa, some bay leaf, right?
Hmm.
And some nice spring water. You understand?
Bless.
So when you use these things, they just get your system light. So it's just you. Don't just follow a fad. Take a responsibility for your life and yourself to ensure that what you're doing is something that is benefiting you, and then you are consistent in it to the extent that it's your life. That's the most important thing. This is your life. So it's not like a one night stand. It's like a relationship that you have with yourself. You could never just leave yourself and go. You're always there with you. Even when you go and poop, even if the poop smell bad, you have to stay there and smell it because you can't run from it. I mean, it's coming from inside of you. You understand? So let us build that relationship with self and ensure that we invest our time and energy in self to the extent well, look, we are taking that fundamental care of ourselves. Ja, Rastafari,
Love. Bless.
thanks, honorable.
Thanks, honorable. Bless. Bless.
Love
Much
my brother.
love. Bless. Give thanks, y'all. So heating sea moss, I do know that they do heat sea moss in St. Lucia. So that is a way that you can prepare it. That is a traditional way. So you can heat it. But for the people asking about the products that were in stock, we're going to be restocking the cocoa sticks this week. We're going to restock our soursop. We're going to most likely have a restock on the free up, and the free up is the colon cleanse, and that's something that starts off the healing. So all the wellness begins in the colon. So let's cleanse the colon. We're gonna have those are very limited. They sell out like very fast, very quick. So just stay tuned. We're gonna make sure we send out that email and get that out to y'all. And so we're going to have those restocks, and further consultations, we're going to have them on the website. So y'all are going to be able to go to the website and click like you would buy a product. And then you're going to be able to book the time. And then from there, you're going to get all the information and schedule the time and how you're going to actually jump on and hop on the call. So that's we'll make it happen this week, this strong. So give thanks for everyone who's tuning in. Got to get that soursop. You know, I love soursop. Like I was just showing the team today, or sorry, earlier on this week. I guess it's Sunday, so last week, but I was showing the team like how we go through soursop and how do we know that this soursop is high quality? Because every time we get herbs, we gotta do the quality check. So make sure y'all are getting the highest grade quality. And with the soursop is one of those herbs where you grab it and you squeeze it and you smell it, and it's like like a citrus, almost like celery, but it's so good. But the soursop is one of those herbs that I got everyone to smell, and like if it doesn't smell like this, we don't want it, because that smell on the soursop is so potent. And then when it goes into the drink and you taste it, potent. It's like one of the best tasting teas out there. So yeah, the soursop is going to be epic. You should restock on stream to let the people have a good chance to get items that let go out of stocks. You know what? That's a great idea, because what we can do is right after these live streams, we can go restock and boom, y'all can just head right over there. That's true. Give thanks. We're over here learning, like this isn't something where it's fully optimized for sales and fully optimized for, all of that. We're really learning and growing. So I give thanks for y'all and for all of the tips, because it's just getting us better and helping us serve y'all better so y'all can serve yourselves. So give thanks. Let me see some of these questions. Liver cleansers. I'm sipping on one right now. That's what's in my tea is Cassialata. And this is one of the most potent liver cleansers, King of the Forest. That's what we were showing earlier. It's one of the most potent liver cleansers on earth. So you could sip on some Cassialata. I'm actually sipping on Cassialata and sea moss powder. So what I've been doing with my teas is when I make the tea, I just put in a teaspoon or a half a teaspoon of sea moss powder. This is my tea here. And I just sip a tea using sea moss powder in my tea. So then that's just the way I integrate it into my life in the sea moss. It actually tastes really good. It gives a nice little texture to the tea. But yes, give thanks. Which one is better, almond milk or coconut milk? Me personally, which one I prefer? I prefer coconut milk. And why I prefer coconut milk is because I know that I can make coconut milk with my hands, and it's very easy to make. Almond milk, you got to soak it, you got to let it sit out, and then you got to strain it. Then, it's a process. But the coconut milk is you can actually do it without a machine. You don't even need a blender. So I've gone through that process. So just me being connected to coconut milk like that, I stick with coconut milk. So I love coconut milk personally. And coconut milk is also something that can be cooked with. It's good in stews. Like a lot of these curries, these different dishes, they actually feature coconut milk as one of the ingredients. So it's more versatile. So I really like coconut milk. So I would definitely go with coconut milk, and coconut is healing too. So give thanks. Let me see, Sky, Leilani, do you do any spiritual practices alongside these physical solutions? maybe one day I can hear more about them. I'm gonna go in. Y'all are probably gonna see a video on my channel this week about my spiritual awakening and my journey on that spiritual side of things. So I will be going into a little bit on that topic. So you can definitely look forward to some of that and sharing some of my spiritual practices, because it's definitely integrated into my life. So we can definitely share some more about that. Where can you get the herbs for your cycle, especially when it suddenly stopped? So that one was what we were talking about earlier. So Ingrid, what I'm going to recommend you to do is just go back and watch this again. But those are the different herbs: the red raspberry, the blue vervain, the St. John's bush, the cerasee. Those are the different kind of herbs. Even for that is the sweet bay leaf. So those ones, but we have a bundle right now and it's called the Fruitful Bundle. And you can just go get that. And that's going to have like all those herbs in there for you. So yeah, you could definitely check that out. And also, as we were just talking about the spiritual practices, is, you know, do some meditation, go into yourself, take a seat, like distance yourself from stressful situations, from too much stress, because a lot of that, it definitely plays with our emotions and our hormones. So that's the way we could regulate our hormones internally. And that's from the way we are in our lifestyle. Boom. What can help with joint pain and knee pain? One is just stretching and massaging the area. So with a lot of these things, you take a multi-faceted approach. So you go internally, where you actually sip the herb. So for me, I love sipping on the sea moss, the anamu leaf, the gully root, the sour sop. Those are all potent and they help with pains. But then you could also rub, like on the outside, externally rub, massage the muscles around the knee, stretch it out and let that relax and strengthen those areas around the knee, and just like rotate it, stretch it out a little bit. But the sea moss, the bladderwhack, the soursop, the anamu, those are all super epic, super blessed. Bless y'all. So giving thanks. These are all topics we're going to be going in, like this one right here. I have a hard time meditating. I can't focus and tap in. These are all topics that we're really going to be going into. Cooking videos we're going into. I'm going to be out in St. Lucia. Inshallah, I'll be out in St. Lucia in a couple of weeks. And then when I'm out there, I'm going to be getting together with Priest Kailash, with Empress Chanel out there. I'm going to ask her. She doesn't know this yet, but I'm going to be asking her to come and show us some recipes, because she's a master in the kitchen. So yeah, we'll definitely be going into that. And bless y'all. You know what? I'm going to ask y'all to do something for me real quick. I'm going to do something for y'all real quick. I have one of those text numbers now. So y'all can text me and we'll be able to communicate. I'm going to just get this number. I'm going to type it in here. So it's 231 431 0947. But y'all can text that number that I just have. I'm going to put that on the screen. So what I want y'all to do is text this number, because y'all are giving me a lot of great ideas right now. And y'all are giving me a lot of great ideas right now. So text that number and text me these video ideas. Like, let me see what else I saw. I need a healthy grocery checklist that includes the must-have. That's a great video. The cooking videos, got to do that one. So yeah, send me those videos. And this is a great one too, talking about meditation. And that's one definitely where we could bring in Empress Dora. So yeah, we'll definitely we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen for y'all. But bless, is the text free? Can I text with WhatsApp? You're gonna have to email me, Linda. I'll get to you quicker this time. But send me those. send me that there. But much love, y'all. Sending y'all love, sending y'all balance. We're going to be off here for today. We will be having another live stream throughout this week, and that's going to be just me there. So y'all could check that out. And I also have another podcast that's going to be coming out. It's called the Hustle and Health Podcast. And that's going to be sharing a little bit more of my journey that I had with the business side of things. And so, yeah, we're going to be sharing that with y'all. And I'm excited to share that because it's a lot about it's this herbs and the natural side of things, but then there's also the business side. And like we were talking about before, it's also the spiritual side. Like all these sides are very important. So we're going to be going in a lot there. And for like Amina, for example, who said like, can you respond to my questions? There's a lot of questions that come through. So if your question doesn't get answered, you could always just ask it again, and that's going to help. Or you could also do a super chat, and the super chat is where it keeps it up on the screen. You pay like $5 or something like that, and then it keeps it up on the screen. So yeah, y'all. But yeah, like Mummy for you, Murray, notifications are on. We're going to be going live a little bit random. We're going to be posting a little bit here and there. So put those notifications on. And for all the herbs that we were talking about today, you can go to the website, www.akeempierre.com, and you could go check out those herbs, and you could go purchase the fruitful bundle. And what I will say to y'all, is right now we currently have 4 bundles on our. I'm actually share this screen. I think I'm gonna let y'all in on this one. So we have 4 bundles right now on the website. And the thing about these bundles is they're still on the Black Friday deal. So right now they're still on the Black Friday deal. So y'all, if y'all want to take advantage of these bundles, it's crazy deals, but we're just going to do them until they sold out. So the Everybody Poops bundle is sold out, and there's a couple left of the other products, of the other bundles. So y'all, like right here, this is the High Grade Healing Starter Pack. So this has the sea moss, fonio, and the bladderwhack, and it's $60 when bladderwhack is $40 by itself. Everybody Poops, that sold out. Immunity bundles, $99. And how many products? 5 products in there. And then the fruitful bundles, $133. So these are the real prices that they're actually going to go back to. But we're going to keep it. I'm just going to keep it until they sell out. I didn't really let people know that it's still at that price. But yeah, that's going to be on there for a little bit longer. So y'all can go check that out. Go vibe with us there. And otherwise, y'all, sending love, sending balance. I'm grateful for all of y'all, and thank y'all for tuning in every Sunday. We're here at 9:15, and Everybody Poops. Let me see, Everybody Poops, title of the product. Honestly, I love it, but we got to normalize. We have to normalize the fact that everybody poops. You know, is something that we don't like to talk about, and some of us are not pooping, like straight up. And this is something that we can potentially talk about in a future video. But even in the herbal manual, let me see if I could find it. But he's just saying like the root of all disease is constipation. So it's so important that we're not constipated, straight up. But it's something that is much more common than we like to talk about. So we got to normalize it. We got to make it be normal so we could get to this healing. Because if you even heard Priest when I was talking about the fruitful bundle, he said the laxative. He's like the laxative first. Laxative. That's because the cleansing out of the colon, like the colon will hold feces in your intestines for years, right? If you don't cleanse it. And then say you eat something, say I ate something 6 years ago. And when I ate that thing 6 years ago, it had toxins in it. Had toxins in it. It had, like, say, even the aluminum, say all these toxins were in my food. I was eating McDonald's back then, let's say. And that, if I don't have proper bowel movements, that's actually going to stay in my colon. And 6 years later, those toxins and that fecal matter is still going to be in my intestines. And then that's still going to be absorbed, like slowly being absorbed by the physical. And that's just going to be there. The parasites, all that is going to be there. So it's important. It's important that we really cleanse that out, because you are not what you eat. You are what you digest, or you are what you absorb, So we got to get rid of all of that that's already there and make way for newness, make way for that new greatness, So that's very important. So that's why we named it the Everybody Poops Bundle. And I don't know if y'all know Paid in Full, where everybody eats, B, everybody eats. And that's one of my favorite movies, a classic movie. So that's just how it is. I get headaches if I don't get my poops on. That's crazy. Yeah, y'all, like, belly's like Elvis Presley. Y'all see his belly? That gets a beer belly. His belly was like this, right? His belly was out. And that belly is just feces hanging out in there. He had like 20 something pounds of feces when he died. Someone asked if they can take burdock all year round or need to stop for some time and take again. You basically always want to cycle your herbs. So you always want to take some and then not take it for a period of time. Take some and not take it for a period of time. So always think about cycling. Always think about cycling the herbs. Paid in Full is one of my favorite movies as well. Legendary. He passed away on the pooper? No way. I didn't know that part, but that's wild. That's wild. Like, and it's something that we don't really even know, but it's for real. So yeah, we definitely got to be mindful of that. And what is herbs is good for weight gain? Y'all just like, y'all so in tune. We're so in tune right now because I'm on that weight gain journey right now. It's been a long time. I posted some other videos on my channel about the weight gain. I'm on that journey right now. So I'm going to be sharing this more in depth with y'all. Definitely going to be sharing more. I'm going to do like a whole video series on that. So it's important. It's so important. I'm gonna take care of y'all though. Bless y'all. Bless y'all. So all these other questions, I'm going to get to that on the next live stream. We're going to have Honorable Priest come back in and answer all your questions. But once again, y'all, just want to send y'all love, want to send y'all balance, giving thanks for tuning in to the High Grade Healers live. Just remember that the information, it starts with the information, but then you got to take the reins and you got to take action and you got to integrate it into your life. It's so important that it's a lifestyle. It's a culture. This is something that we want to pass down to our children. This is something that we want to have last for generations. We don't want this to just be a fad. We don't want this to be something that, oh, it's cool for the moment, so I'm just going to do it. And once it's not cool, I'm not doing it anymore. Right? We want this to be a part of our lifestyles. This isn't really just about us. It's about the ones that come after us. It's the ones that watch us, the ones that learn from us. Right? So we got to be that example. And loving ourselves, being the example of loving ourselves and giving to ourselves. And with that high grade healing mindset, just know that you always have the cure for you somewhere around you. It's in your eyesight. The cure is there. It's here. And we just got to get that information, get that knowledge, get these reasonings. And this is what this is. This is the opportunity for y'all to really get that information, to ask questions. Like I see y'all are answering other people's questions in the chat. Like y'all are answering each other's questions. Like y'all are wise. You know what I mean? As we all come together, it's powerful, it's potent, and I'm grateful, y'all. We're gonna see y'all next week, 9:15 on Sunday, 9:15 Pacific time, 12:15 Eastern time. Sending y'all love and balance. For the honorable who won the Cassia Lata at the start of the day, make sure you email me if you want your package. Otherwise, y'all, sending y'all love and balance. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.